welcome to Cooking with Frankie Meatball. Today, I am making a beer chili. I'm going to call it Wisconsin Rock and Roll Beer Chili. This is a request from Wisconsin from my man, Major Havoc, which his name is Tim. What's up, Tim? How you doing? This is what we're going to do for you. Tim wanted to share this recipe with you guys. And we got a special guest, two special guests on Cooking Frankie Meatball.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris Scott from Worst Bakers America, Season 2.
Hey y'all, it's Mary Catherine Carlisle from Season 2 of Worst Bakers in America. And now, you're cooking with Frankie Meatball.
All right, guys, you heard Mini Meatball talk about these guys every week at the end of our show. So here to introduce to you, Thursday nights with Kevin and Johnny E. Well, today, it's Frankie Meatball, live with Kevin and Johnny E. Guys, here we go.
Hey, Frank.
Welcome to Cooking with Frankie Meatball.
Frankie, thanks for the invite.
No problem, guys. So, he's already indulging in a little beer because we are going to make some beer chili. All the way from Wisconsin, from my man, again, Major Havoc. So, in chili, usually chili to me is onions and peppers, but this is a little different, and I use tomato sauce. This is a little different. We got some stewed tomatoes and celery. I never had celery in chili. How about you guys? You ever have celery
No
in chili?
celery in chili.
And some mushrooms in chili. So we're just going to chop up the mushrooms in nice little bite sizes. They got to be fresh. Frankie Meatball always says, guys, the fresher the better. You know what I mean?
This is beer chili, so we thought we'd bring some Philly beer with us from the Yards Brewery. Fantastic stuff, in my opinion. But I like the Yards Brawler. It's got Flyers colors on it.
The Brawler, Flyers colors. I get it.
Can't go wrong there.
Fresh peppers grown from the Meatball's garden. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to have a garden.
Smell good.
Fresher the better. You know what I'm saying, guys? If I could get my own cows and butcher them myself, I'd do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we are talking Wisconsin here, so it's...
Yeah, they probably do have their own
They do
cows,
that
don't
there,
they?
Absolutely.
Frank, this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's football season, the fall.
Oh,
You
yeah, absolutely,
Get this
right?
cooking and brewing, smells up the whole house. It's great.
And plus, it's always cold.
Yeah.
Well, not cold, but I guess you say chilly. No pun intended, you know what I mean? Your peppers, you don't want them like that. Who likes to bite into something big when you're eating chili, you know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is just make everything kind of like bite size, Just like the salads, you don't want a big piece of onion. Nobody likes chewing on anything big. It doesn't have to be fancy, I actually in my chili like I don't mind one too small, one too big. It gives it some personality, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't want anybody choking either.
No.
My mother when she makes gravy, dude, she puts the
Hey, we don't call it gravy around here.
Well, the sauce,
For
right?
sauce.
Oh!
So listen, so she puts the bay leaves, the whole bay leaves in.
Yeah, I'm still...
People have choked on the bay leaf.
Really? I usually, when I'm done,
You're supposed to take them out.
yeah, you should
Sometimes they
take
get lost.
with the celery, you cut the top and the bottom off.
So we think this is a Wisconsin thing with the celery.
Yeah, I think it's a Wisconsin thing.
Okay.
So, and if it's not, Tim, please tell us.
I want to know about the strings on the celery. Do we got to take the strings out, or they eat the stringy part? What do you think?
When you play
What do you
guitar,
call-
you leave the strings on or you take them off?
Well, when I play guitar, dude, I take the strings off. It's all about air guitar, brother. You don't want me playing no guitar with the strings on. Hey, let's put the knife down so nobody gets hurt. Sometimes what you do is they say you break it just a little bit, and then you pull it, and all the strings come out.
Oh, nice.
Just like that. And then you don't have that stringy part of the celery.
What hunting season is this going to be? Bow season coming up?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Archery's starting in a couple weeks in my area. They sit up in the tree.
So we'll come back and we'll make deer chili. We made beer chili, then we'll make deer chili.
Slice right down where the root is. You take the skin off, guys.
What's leaving the root on do? What's that mean? Someone who doesn't know their way around the kitchen at all.
Well, it holds your onion together while you dice it. And then after you slice this way, you take your knife down the middle, go halfway, and then you just run your knife through it.
All right.
Woo. And it's like barely any waste. What you want to do is you want about 2 cups of mushrooms, fresh sliced mushrooms. You want about 2 big bell peppers. I had small ones, so I used 4 small bell peppers, about 5 stalks of celery, and 1 large sweet onion.
Stringless celery.
Stringless celery, thanks to Johnny E.
I'll tell you, it was 2009. It was April, and Cinderella were playing one of their last shows over at the Electric Factory in Philly, and ran into this guy. Now, we've been friends since the 2nd grade, and it just kind of renewed my whole love of the music that we grew up on. And you know, I was always interested in the podcast stuff and that kind of thing. Do marketing for my day job, and said, you know, I want to explore the internet broadcasting, podcasting, things like that. So we started doing a radio show, an AM radio show, and thought, you know, there's so many listeners that use the internet and they podcast, you know, and they listen to podcasts over the computer. So, well, let's get interested in that. And that was about fall of 2011, and then February 2012 we launched PhillyRockRadio.com. So that
I'll
was
be honest
kinda,
with you, the only thing I listen to is stuff I grew up on.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I
You're
mean-
like, wow, you know, you forgot all about this stuff.
And then you guys play the bands that were out back in the day, but that they also put new stuff out. I
We
noticed
still
these
play new
guys
stuff.
used play their new stuff.
Yes, you know, bands like Helix, you know, Tom Kiefer's still going. So many bands are still going on, and what we didn't realize was going to happen was the connection to the local scene. Bands like Mach 22, Lady Diesel, Hammer Down. Just didn't expect this world to open up,
Right.
and give them a platform as well to be heard.
Now I noticed on your
Stations.
on your live show, you also play bands like a band of the week or something like that, pick of the week.
Right.
You guys do, and like one was from was that Germany?
A
It
lot
was
of
a band from
bands.
Germany,
Last year we had
Canada.
Italy, a really good band called Hell in the Club. John is, you know, he's part Swedish
Right,
and
right.
Italian, so
A little crazy, right? A little Viking and a little Italian.
when he
right?
searches things on the internet, you know, somehow they get him to Swedish bands. I don't think it was starting that way, but anyway, yeah. So there's so much music out there around the world and in this country, and even in our local scene, so many talented musicians that we had the good fortune of meeting. Rat Rock, Mach 22, you know, back in the day of Cyanide Saints. Just so many different bands. It's been fantastic. So we're really happy to be able to play them, get to know them, get out and see them live. We call it the City of Brotherly Love's calling card to the world, where we can introduce. We've had people from
Yugoslavia.
Yes,
That's
just
right.
recently, Yugoslavia,
yesterday.
Germany, Sweden. I mean, they come from all over, and they just love the music that we're playing, which is it's very cool to hear. But
For the bands that are out there, local bands that want to be heard, where would they go to contact you?
you can go to the website, PhillyRockRadio.com. There's a submit form. It's very easy. Just submit your music. You tell us, give us some background about your band. Tell us about the song. Or you can email local tracks at PhillyRockRadio.com. We take a lot of music submissions there as well. We're live Thursday nights from 7 to 9 on PhillyRockRadio.com.
That's Kevin and Johnny E.
Yeah.
Live. So if you're a local band and you want to be heard, you heard the man, go to the website, submit your stuff, guys. They support the local scene, and you got to check out Thursday nights live with Kevin and Johnny E. I'm going to go get cleaned up, and I'm going to fire up the pot, and we'll be right back on Cooking with Frankie Meatball. Make sure you get some oil. I use grapeseed oil. I got here, the recipe calls for 2 pounds of ground sirloin. If you can't find ground sirloin, you can use any kind of ground beef, whatever you want to use. So you want to put about 2 pounds in there. So now you're browning your meat. Meat's brown. You want to put your vegetables in, and you just want to sweat them. So, again, 2 cups of mushrooms, fresh. You got 2 big bell peppers, in my case, 4 smalls, 5 stalks of celery, and 1 large sweet onion. Gotta be a sweet onion, guys. Okay, and you just cut everything down into bite sizes, however you want. It doesn't have to look pretty. Okay, it's chili. After you put your vegetables in there, just give it a nice little mix. Now we're gonna throw the spices in. Of course, with chili, you gotta have chili powder, right? So 5 tablespoons of chili powder. It's up to you. You wanna put a little more, you put a little more. Now this is optional. This is chipotle, ground chipotle powder. I love it, I'm hooked on it. So I'm gonna throw a tablespoon of chipotle powder. Chipotle, everybody says it's different, right?
And that'll give it a little bit of smoke
Yes,
flavor,
give
right?
that smoke flavor. Then you got that tablespoon of cumin. You gotta have cumin in your chili. I'm sorry about that, you just gotta do it. Now this is what's different. I never put sugar in my chili. Maybe it's for the acidity of the tomatoes, but you want a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, and then the last two, anybody that's a tablespoon of garlic, and then a tablespoon of coriander. And then you want to give it a little more salt, pepper to taste. You don't want to put too much salt. You always could go back as you eat it. You can put more in. It's up to you. So I like black pepper, so I'm going to give it a punch. So what we're going to do, we got
throwing a party with this pot of chili. I'll tell you what. Oh my God.
So I'm going to cover this a little bit. I'm going to let those vegetables soak up and get a little soft. We're going to sweat them out, right? The mushrooms are starting to get nicey nice. The peppers, everything still has a little crunch to it. But don't worry, guys. It's going to get soft because we're going to put everything else in it while it's cooking. 2 hours, you want to cook it.
They might be able to smell this in Wisconsin. Man, oh man.
So you got 2 cans of 28 ounces of, or what, 53 ounces of stewed tomatoes. Do that. So what you want to do with the stewed tomatoes, I'm going to chop them down a little bit because those stewed tomatoes, they're too big for me, you know what I mean? I don't like my tomatoes that big. So if you want to get like diced stewed tomatoes, whatever you want to get, it's up to you. Put the beans in. Again, you want 228. Forget about the 228. You want what? What's that, 56 ounces? 56 ounces of beans. Recipe calls for kidney beans. If you want to put a couple different beans in there, whatever you want. Usually when I make chili, you got the chili video. Go look up my chili video and you'll see what I do with my chili. But this is Wisconsin bear chili. Speaking of bear chili, where's the, oh, look at that. We're going to leave the bear for the bear guys.
The Wisconsin chili with a side of Philly here.
There we go. Go ahead,
Chili
guys.
with
Pour her in there, huh?
I'll do it all around. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, just pour it in.
You're being really nice with that beer. I'm going to show you the way I like to pour a beer. Right on in there.
See, he pours it the way I drink it.
That's right. That's what I'm talking
He likes to
about.
pour it down the back of his throat. That's the only reason.
There you
Look at that.
go. Look at that.
Nicey nice. We're just going to mix that all together now.
What a great tailgating food, too,
my
man. Chili out there.
Oh, yeah, man. You make chili, you're
kidding?
drinking beer, you don't got to go far for the
Man, oh,
ingredients,
man.
right? All right, we're going to let this cook for 2 hours. We're going to give it a little stir every now and again. And I'll tell you guys, we'll be back in 2 hours here on Cooking with Philly Rock Radio. You see that, Tim? Major Havoc? The Meatball could do your Wisconsin bear chili. Thank you for the recipe. Guys, I'm telling you, try this out. It is amazing. Like these guys said, it's just in time for the Eagles. You could go to tailgates, cook us up, and you don't have to go far for the main ingredient, which is beer, because you got it in your cooler. You know what I'm saying, guys? If you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe. And guys, don't forget to check out these guys.
Philly Rock Radio, 24 hours, 7 days a week, hard rock, heavy metal, and check out our live show on Thursday nights, 2 hours of hard rock, heavy metal, PhillyRockLive.com.
Now, let's take it to Mini Meatball. It's all you, Chelsea.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you get notified when a new video comes out every Wednesday. And don't forget, check out PhillyRockRadio.com. They play everything from 4 Files to the Bad Mother of Rock. They play my favorite, Ozzy Osbourne, Rock 22, Rat Rock, Motley Crue, and lots more over.
Guys, I think we should tell them, huh?
Hey!
Until next time. Forget about it, eh? It's a Frankie Meatball production.